Life is too short to last long. If you got that reference, you're awesome. Hey, what is up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Life. So Life stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, and Ryan Reynolds, and what this film is about. It's about when, these people that are in a space station, and what happens is they find life on Mars, like another life form on Mars, and let's just say this other life form on Mars isn't really that friendly. And now these guys are trapped inside the space shuttle with this life form. So, what did I think of Life? Now, Life, going into it, I was actually pretty excited for it because, I kind of like these, isolated type of thrillers, where it's just taking place where it's, isolated in this one place. And I really like thrillers like that, and also the cast and stuff. And the trailers look very interesting. So, I was very excited to see where this movie could go. And I gotta say, I quite enjoyed Life. Life is a very enjoyable, solid thriller. It's a very solid, intense thriller, and I quite enjoyed it a lot. So, let's get into my positives with the movie. Let's get into what I liked about the film. First being, the acting. The acting was really solid in the movie. I thought everybody did a very solid job in my eyes. Jake Gyllenhaal was very good. I very much enjoyed him in the movie. He did a very solid job in my eyes. He was very good. Really brought a lot to his character and made me really care for his character a lot. And I just thought he did a really solid job in the film. He was really good. Rebecca Ferguson, who I thought probably gave the best performance in the movie, to me at least. She was really great. I thought she did a fantastic job in the movie as well. She was really the standout to me in the movie. I really thought she was really great in the film. Ryan Reynolds was really good too. I enjoyed him in the film as well. He was very good too, so yeah. The rest of the acting is really solid as well. I thought everyone gave a very good performance in my eyes. The intensity of this movie. The intensity was very great. Very on the edge of your seat, and, intense, movie. And it really was intense, and I was really, on the edge of my seat wondering, for the most part, really, what was going to happen next and what was going to happen to a lot of these characters. And, I was quite scared, honestly. It was they're trapped with this thing, and, there's really no escape, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I really liked that. It was very intense, and I was just wondering what was going to happen next. And I love it when thrillers do that, keep you on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next. And they do a very good job of that in this film. And also I really liked, how it had a real, alien vibe to it. I want to say not the point to where it's, ripping off Alien, but it's, it has a really nice alien vibe to it. And I quite like that a lot, actually. I'm not saying, every, trapped in space movie is, an, alien, has, alien vibes to it. But it really did seem like this movie had quite, a vibe to Alien, and actually worked really well with this movie. I actually quite liked that a lot. The writing with this movie was really good, too. I really thought the writing was really solid in the film. The writing was really good. Directing was really great as well. I thought the directing was really solid with the movie, and I thought the movie had some really nice directing, very well shot, very well edited. Cinematography was really great too. So yeah, the directing was very good in my eyes. The visual effects for the most part were actually really good too. Makes you really feel like you were in space and stuff, and I really thought they did a very nice, solid job with the visual effects in this movie. And the pacing is pretty good too. The pacing for the most part was really solid as well. Really moved at a nice natural pace for the most part. And, really kept me on the edge of my seat, like I said before. And lastly, of course, no spoilers or whatever, but I will say the ending to this movie, a lot of people this has been a very polarizing ending. And I'm going to be quite honest, I really don't get it. I really don't get why this is such a polarizing movie, polarizing ending, because it really ends on a very haunting note, the movie. It's a very bone-chilling ending. It really ends the movie on such a bone-chilling note that you're oh crap, like you are really like that. Like it's like a very bone-chilling ending. And I loved it a lot actually. I thought it was a very great way to end the movie. I actually thought it's honestly one of my favorite endings of the year so far. I actually really loved how this movie ended. It's a very haunting and bone-chilling ending. So, now let's get into my negatives, because I do have a few negatives with the film. First being, the movie does move a little bit slow at times. It's really towards, like, the beginning. I thought it moved at a very, slow pace and everything. Like, I was like, okay, I don't know really where this movie's going to head and whatever, but once stuff starts to happen, that's when the movie, to me, really got intriguing, and I was really interested in the film. So, yeah, once stuff starts to happen, that's when, I was really invested, and I started really getting into the movie. There was just like one or two characters really I didn't necessarily care for all that much. Like, I thought the performances were good. The performances from them were pretty solid, but they were just, I felt like they were just kind of like just there just to, kind of I guess you could say somewhat be bait for the, for this creature. That's what I only really felt like with these two characters in this movie. They were just kind of like just bait for the creature. And yeah, that's all I really felt. But like, their performances were good. It's just I didn't necessarily care for their characters all that much. And lastly, sometimes the visual effects with the creature weren't necessarily the best. Like, they weren't terrible or anything. Like, it was like 50-50 with me. Like, it was really good at some moments, and at some moments it was kind of iffy looking. Like, it was like, yeah, it was really 50-50 with me. Like, it was really good at moments in the movie, and then there were some moments where I felt like, that could have been done a little bit better. So, yeah. But overall, I enjoyed Life. Life is a very solid and enjoyable thriller. I enjoyed Life. I would say check it out. It's a very good, intense, solid space thriller. So it's time for my official grade on Life, and my official grade on Life is a solid B+. It's a very enjoyable movie. I quite like Life a lot. It's a very enjoyable film. If you want to check it out, if you have any interest in seeing it, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's a very solid, intense thriller, and I quite enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, it definitely deserves a B+. So, what did you guys think of Life if you've seen it? Leave it in the comment section below. And I'm Film Fan 0599, and we'll see you about later. Peace.